morning, friends. This is Tiffany with Tiffany's Beauty Trends, and today I'm going to do a look with Violet Voss Best Life 2, and I'm going to probably do another pink look. I'm sorry if that mirror was hitting you. I did blow out the gold glitter because I stepped on it wrong and therefore I had to throw it out, but I think there's one that will suffice. So this is going to be an entire video again. Yes, I'm embarking on that. I want to see if I can get a quality video that is good for someone who is very inexperienced. Okay. So first you can start out with just about anything you want. I had a sponge. There it is. Okay, I have a sponge ready. I don't normally use those, but for today I am going to. I want to moisturize my face, and I use Intraceuticals. This is their daily serum. I put a couple pumps into my hand. This is their daily serum, but it is Rejuvenate. This one is a Toxaline. I'm sorry. They sound the same if you don't say what they have in them. So this one's Rejuvenating. The first one has a massive wrinkle fighter called a Toxaline. This one, I don't know if I've been showing consistently or not, is the Moisture Binding Cream, which just takes the moisturizers that you put together and binds them. So they're one cohesive unit. Now, this one is the Hydration Gel, and it is one that would be full of your hyaluronic acid and that sort of thing. I do have some little ones that are for just specific concerns, but I am not going to use that today. As you will notice, this creates a lot of moisture. I gotta get my hair out. Sorry about that. And for women, remember to do your décolletage. It's basically where your boobs come together and the neck region and the chest right there. That might show if you have like a V-neck on like I do. And I can put this on my lips. It can go anywhere on my eyes. It does not sting. However, the catch is it is very expensive. So I'm trying to use the excess on my hands because hands are another sign of aging. So something that would be good for your hands if you're noticing brown spots is a brightening serum. And I think a lot of times those have a vitamin C, and all you know is they're really nice, and I'm just trying to spread this as far as I can get it so I can work with dry hands. That's pretty essential, and it is getting there. It's just taking a little bit longer. Sorry about that. I am really aware that you don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to say that this is one of your first times, and you may or may not have all of the stuff that I have, but I will try to tell you what I have. I'm going to use Born This Way. That is undetectable medium to full coverage foundation in the color Cloud. Very, very light. Not sure if that focused in on it or not. Okay, so you take this off. I usually shake it because you never know what's settled. And you don't need more than a couple pumps. So you're going to put a couple of pumps on the top of your hand. Then you cap up your makeup and put it back, which is a really nice habit to get into. Then you can apply little dots where you want this to go. And you can use a sponge, which a lot of times I don't use. Personal preference. And you can try to get all of the areas covered. Now, I usually find that 2 has plenty to blend down my neck. And it is a little bit lighter than I am right now. So blending it down will be good. Keep a washcloth handy. Sorry. You may want to wipe off your hands in between things. And this is going to be tedious. I'm going to see if I can speed it up. Okay, I like to use them to rub. A lot of people just pat. And rubbing is an effective way to move too much from an area and bring it in to a different area, which I need more under my eyes, not on the tops of my eyes or the eyelids. And I told you I would blend down a little, so I'm doing that right now. Yes, this chin is very coated. So yeah, do whatever feels right for you. I've just never had the patience to really go for it. I've done probably 400 videos. And I know at first I was a stickler to the rules that the beauty gurus followed. But as I've come into my own as a person and as a makeup person, I change it up a little bit. So you will have a stain that you need to clean off of your little sponge. The next thing you do, I'm going to check my upper lash or eyelid and under the brow to make sure there isn't too much of that foundation. I'm just going to do a couple sweeps, and then I will use this Hydro Seal, which doesn't usually show up with all the lights, so I'm very sorry. It is from Tarte, and it is just awesome. I mean, it doesn't budge. And I'll put a little on the sides here. I'm doing a modified pattern that you see all of the younger people do, because my face doesn't need all that light. Well, for instance, there is a great popularity of putting light right under your jawbone. So I will do all of those areas. And I'm going to use my my finger on my nose. I said I was going to use my nose at first. Yes, I'm full of bloopers. I usually don't edit them out because I think you can kind of understand why you would get tongue-tied at certain points. And not at others. So I'll go ahead and I'll rub in this lighter color, and I'll use my fingers to make it not such a sharp line. Just bring it in. I mean, you really can't even see it. So hopefully when I get to doing my eyes right now, you will see a difference in the darkness. And I'm going to have to go up and out, and I'm going to do my scar as well. And again, repeating. The lights can get really hard to deal with. They can cause you to sweat. So I have two lights. I have a lighted mirror right next to me over here. And I have, of course, the viewfinder to look through. And I just really like this because once it's on, it does not budge. And it's really hard for cover up, but you can use different things for that. I'm going to use Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Sorry, I just wanted to get the name right and try to hold it up there long enough so you get a view. Shadow Insurance is something some people consider a base of concealer or foundation to be enough for your insurance, so to speak. But I like to put a separate coat of something that was actually created to help have that stay nice all day long. So you don't need very much. I mean, I'm putting an amount that big if it's closing up on it. Sorry. Okay. So I was going to put it in the wrong place. I'm going to actively move this around and bring this finger back in because it had a little bit left on it, and just do the whole area that shadow might go, including this front area, which I think I did on the other side, but just checking. So this is very, very basic what I'm doing with you now. Okay, so the next thing is some people like to do their eyebrows. I don't do a lot of brow arching anymore. In my older videos, you will see that I did do quite the arches. But I'm going to look for an arch brush really quick in my brushes. And hopefully I will find one before too long. And I have. This is what you need to do your brows. Hopefully it went up. And you need a color corresponding to the lightness or darkness of your natural brows. I usually pick a brunette and a taupe. So this one has a lighter color and a darker color. So you can fill in where you have a little bit of sparseness going on. Now I have eyebrows that are sisters, not twins. They do not arch at all in the same manner. One is complete. Whoa. Start that over. I don't even know how I got there. Sorry, guys. One is completely nice and has a really nice arch. And the other is like a happy face. So, I think I might put a little bit too much on one side. I did. So, I'm just going to try to hand rub off that. And then you just kind of look at yourself, and you can get a spoolie brush if that's what you want to do. I will look for a spoolie. Here is a spoolie. Leave it up there for a moment. And right now the trend is to take all of your hairs and brush them out as far as they will go. And as you know, I am missing a good portion of this eyebrow due to a fall that I took and I hit a living room glass dining table. So it cut me open pretty good. Okay, so you would do that next. And so we would consider this finished. And the order you do things is not completely essential. You have wiggle room to do what you like to do. I'm going to do powder, and I'm using Laura Mercier. Just has powder like this. And this might be a Laura Mercier brush. Yesterday I said that I really like this brush because it goes almost all the way across your face in one swoop. So it's very good. But I got it in a box. I did not pay for it myself. So I'm not really sure that that is its source. If anyone knows, please put it down below. People are interested in this brush because of how wide sweeping it is. I think it was originally intended to be for a bronzer, but I like it because it covers most of the ground. Now, younger people and some that are hitting their mid-30s will do what's called baking, where they put a large amount of powder on and they leave it to set everything. Well, as a mature lady, I don't need to set things. It just makes the wrinkles look deeper and worse. So I'm done with the powder now. The next thing I might do is do my cheeks. And I'm going to use a store brand, which is Milani. I don't know what the color is. I'll check real quick. It is Luminoso Baked Powder Blush. And as you see, it opens. A lot of blush. I just apply it to the apples of the cheek, which is right where you've got the most fat deposited and is close to your cheekbone. You don't want to go too high or too low. Notice I'm slanting the chair so I can see this better so I don't go overboard. Because I tend to like to do that with blush. I don't know why. Maybe I just feel like it gives you an invigorated look. So I use the same brush. You can use a different brush. Actually, I'll use a different brush. This is one that if it was a smaller size would be perfect. I'm going to use Artist Couture. And I will show you the beautiful color. And I need to tap it a little bit away from it got on my hand. You want to put it on your cheekbone. Some people just concentrate it right here in this zone. Okay, the film did stop, and I just want you to know that I am going and making some little brushing motions on my lower lashes. to see if I can catch any of them that haven't been caught. And don't worry about this. This is the least of your worries right now. You want to get a good coat on your lashes. And when you're new or old with difficulty, these are the ways you can do it. Okay, so they both look fully lined, and the light has really shone on me this entire time. I'm going to wipe it so it looks like eyeliner. You can choose to pull out your concealer at this point, or use a corner of a washcloth and make it be the liner. Now, that was not the most perfect idea because I did touch the corner over here. I might have over here. Anyway, it's just not perfect. But I hope you will still get some enjoyment out of this video. The next thing I'm going to move on to is the colors from Best Life 2. And I'm going to look, hopefully I can get these so I can see good. I think I'm going to go with a real golden color. And the gold pan, sadly, is the one that's missing. So I'm going to wipe off the excess of that gold that's here onto the towel. And I'm going to start out with Music, which is right here, Music. And I'm going to pick a flat and rather rounded brush like this one. Okay, I'm going to do mine a little higher than the brow, or the crease, excuse me, because I have what's called hooded eyes. Hooded eyes are the type of eyes that now you can see all my skin right now with my eyebrows lifted. As soon as I close or put those gosh, I got tongue-tied. As soon as I put my brows down, you lose all that space. It kind of rolls into each other. So when I do the crease, which is right here, I have to go a bit higher to make the look good. And I also use a backward motion. I don't know if that is very popular with anyone but me. But I like to do forwards to get the nice roundness, and backwards to round it out from the other side. Okay, so now we have to go for eye number 2. We're still using that color. And going in to the crease. Going backwards into the crease. Moving forward and above the crease. So what you want to do is, once you've got your initial crease set, is you want to go back in and just round it about, maybe a 1/4 of an inch or less higher than you normally would if you have hooded eyes. So right now I am bringing that color up, so hopefully it will show. Now I did notice upon using the color on this eye that there was some darkness on the eye itself. It isn't as light as the other one. So that is a disappointment. So we'll just keep going. Alright, I still like this brush. I'm going to put a little bit of this off onto the washcloth. Then I'm going to go with Dance for the lid. And Dance is, sorry about that noise. Dance is the shimmer right there. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush because the colors are so similar, and I'm going to see if it responds by just brushing it on. Okay, I think I see the problem in this eye. There is a dark spot right in the corner. Hopefully, I can lighten that up a bit. You just want to get a really nice coat of a shimmer down. And since I'm fighting that blackness, I'm putting extra color there. Now this side, I don't think has those type of problems. So it actually blended upwards a little too much. But again, nothing to be ashamed of or think you need to clean your face off and start over. You don't. You are doing just fine. Just put it on until you yourself are satisfied with the look. And I am very close to being satisfied with the look. Okay, so I can see the two, and I can see this color out. So essentially what I'm doing now is making a mockery of the liner that I used in the crease, and I'm using the eyeshadow. Sometimes when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that is my idea, to bring light to this outer corner. So hopefully that will come out nice in the end. Okay, so we're going to stop with that brush, and I want to find a straight brush, which is this. Hope it actually focuses on it. You do that for the liner. And for the liner, I am going to use this color right here. I think it's called Gotcha, if I'm reading it right. No, that is not even close. It is called Social. So, I'm going to see if Social will show up at all under this dense black color. Because what you want to do is put a fabulous color in to bring a cohesive look together. Now this side is super darkened by what I did earlier. Now I'm competing with that darkness and trying to apply this brown color. So, how does it look so far? I know, you can't answer that. Okay, so that's what you use the flat brush for. The next thing I want to do is stick my finger in Playful. It is right here. And I'm going to take Playful, put it on my finger, and add it to the center only, finger's breadth wide, and do the other side, finger's breadth wide. And you do have to check yourself because sometimes you go a little too far up or a little too far out. And I went a little bit upwards, so I'll make them match. And what that does is that creates a situation where you need a little bit of something to play off. I'm going to use Relax, which is this color right here. And I'm using a very hard brush. And I'm going to apply it to the sides and center. And to the outward portion, to the center, to make this look like one happy family. So I know I'm really delicate at first and I'm timid with getting the color there, but once I start, that's all it takes. And it will be that way with you too. Trust me. So as you can see, that excess just blends away. There's a little bit here that didn't blend away. So I will put this a little higher on this side. We'll just kind of make them twins as much as we can. And I am going to use a very light color on a small pencil type brush. I am going to go with Art, which is this pink color right here, Art. And I'm going to use that for the center color. Now that is a circle that you apply in the very middle of your eye. So you just take it and do a circular motion until you have it showing enough for your own specific taste. Most people really like to have this show up. This is like one of the best parts of their whole routine. Now I need to get another flat type brush, and you know, I left myself without any colors. Oh my gosh. Okay. When you get in this situation, and I am in this situation, you look for another palette and you find a white. As you can see, this one is Coral Crush by Violet Voss, and it's called Pina Colada. So I'm going to use this wide brush to dip into Pina Colada. And I'm going to brush it all over the top under my brow. And you can fix the center up by doing a little center action. And now I'll go for the second eye under the brow bone. And you can take down the colors so they're not so high. And do a side application, just straight up and down right there, not interfering with the circle. And there we have our look. Can you believe it? Okay, so this is how our look turned out today. Oh, I do have to find a good, let's see how good this is, lip. This lip is almost identical to my natural lip color. And it dries down fast. So this is Melted by Too Faced. And the color is Queen Bee. And it is already dry. I could kiss 1,000 people right now and they would not get anything on their face. So sorry we had to use a lot of tactics to get this look right. Oh, and the last thing I always do is put on lashes. And this is something I also struggle with. So I apologize in advance for how difficult I make this look. So I'm going to take a pair of lashes, put them between my fingers. I'm going to use Velour brand glue. And you just want to make sure you get a nice heaping helping and you guide it lightly around Okay, this is getting really hard to stick the brush in. That's not good. Okay, I just want to do a little bit more on this other corner to make sure I have it. And most people say you should let it get tacky first, which would mean waiting just a few, like 30 seconds or more. And what you can do to get the brow ready to go on your eye is this little slinky maneuver. It actually breaks down the pattern it was holding for so long in the box. So it doesn't destroy anything about it. And as you see, this is a very large eyelash. So, as you last saw me, I was putting on this eyebrow and not having too good of luck. I think I had to apply it 2 times and it may have fallen completely off if memory serves. I don't know. But I had an equally difficult time putting this side on, and I wanted to tell you that when you put it on and there is a gap between the very edge of your eye and the band of the lash, you need to take a black marker as such and put it over the white or light brown, whatever color your skin is, area that is showing to make it look black and cohesive. So this is my final look. I'm not really good at posing, so anyway, I appreciate you all watching. I hope you love makeup. I'm sorry this took so long. I just did it out of love. I want someone who is very in the beginning to know that you can use these products or drugstore equivalents and just make sure they match you really well. You want to match the foundation to your neck, and the concealer should be about 1 or 2 shades lighter than your eyes. Usually people use a bronzer, and I've got time for that actually. Let's see here if I can find the actual bronzer. Not showing up this minute. And I use Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. It has a wide range of colors, and you just want a fairly stiff brush, round, stiff, and I apply it to this color right here. It's the middle, I think, or very close to the middle, and there's a lot of excess. You want to apply it up on your forehead, and I didn't do a very good job on this. Kind of surprising. I think it's because I have a little too much sweat, or maybe I'm just not doing a good job, because that does not look good, y'all. It's supposed to look like you have a healthy glow, and you want to do it on the edge of your face. And most importantly, you can use it to create a better jawline than you actually have. But you want to be careful to blend, 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 because it looks really harsh if you don't. And I haven't done the little dip around the rest of my face. So it usually goes middle, little ball by the temple. Make sure you get, into any areas where you've lost some hair. I am really not pleased with what I just did. It is sloppy. It isn't blending well. And this eye is not doing what it's supposed to be doing at all. So if you do make a mistake, there is a lighter color right here. I would take her and just apply it over the area that is a little unsightly and make it lighter brown. Sweat never helps. It never helps. It is the enemy when you are applying this. Now, the only thing I can see that is left on my face that I don't completely like is this little area right here. I just used a little bit of Maybelline Age Rewind and worked on getting this black dot out. I had tried to get it out with the eye makeup, but it didn't work. And when you do it on one side, you want to do it on the other, just to keep the lines the same. And you may find that it drags it out to a point a little bit, which is actually a good thing. So, this is my finished look, and I want to tell you, I really hope that you got some information you needed, and that it wasn't too much of a bore. And I don't intend to make another one of these for a very, very long time. So, this was just a special one for all of you out there that are learning. This one's for you guys. I mean it 100% for you. Catch those kisses. Bye.